Hannah from 21st Century KY, and I am super excited to share a new blog post series that I'm doing on everything that I've learned as a reading interventionist this year that has completely rocked my view of literacy. I mean, I have been a teacher for 14 years, and some of the things that I've learned this year have just blown my mind as far as how to approach teaching struggling readers and young readers. I've experienced in first grade for 5 years, kindergarten for 3, and worked as a Title I interventionist for 5 years. And what I've learned this year has been so eye-opening. It has just been a game changer for me. I can't wait to share with you some of the new strategies that I've learned because I know they will make a huge difference in your literacy instruction. My kindergarten daughter and I have put together a series of video clips to accompany my new blog post series about all the things I've learned in intervention. So I'm really excited to share some of those with you today. The first videos I have are about those knee-jerk reactions we have when we listen to young readers read. We usually do one of two things as teachers and parents. We either just give them the word outright or we tell them to sound it out. I am here to tell you, stop telling kids to sound out words. It just doesn't work all the time. They need a variety of strategies, and when we continue to tell them that, they think that's what they should do every time, and it doesn't always work. So my daughter and I put together some mock reading videos. She's in kindergarten. She is 6, and I gave her a book that is about on her text level, and I said, I just want you to read to me, and I'm going to help you in different ways. So in this video, you'll get to see how my different responses affected her reading experience. In this first video clip, Leah starts to read to me, and every time she hesitates, I'll tell her the word. Take note of her response. By about the 3rd or 4th mistake that I correct her on, her eyes cut over and she looks at me. She's expecting me to help her. She's expecting me to give her the answer. She's not making an attempt to read at all on her own by this point when she comes to a tricky word. So me telling her the word is causing her to shut down all of her processing and all of her problem solving and word attack skills. And by only a few times in, she's anticipating my help and she has completely quit. Take a look. Hey Leah, read to me.
We
dressed
up Sammy. Today we
put
a red
scarf on
him. We put a blue
bow
on his
tail. Did you notice her eyes looking at me? She was waiting for me to help her, and she wasn't employing any of her strategies in that segment. In the next segment, Leah continues to read the same story, and I change my response. When she stops to work on a word, I wait. Waiting a child out is important. This lets them know that you believe they can figure out the word. It lets them know that you think they're going to do something and you expect them to try. She tries every word that she comes to, and her one way to attack a word is to sound it out. When she mistakes sounds, I tell her to sound it out again, and she keeps trying. Using this single strategy won't work with every word. Now, she's pretty with it as a reader, and she does figure out some words even after sounding letter by letter, but she really needs to build her strategy tool back. When I prompt her only to sound, and she knows only to sound, she's really going to be limited when she comes to a new text. Watch this.
A orange blue.
Oh, go back here and sound it out.
Green. Blue. Blanket on him. We put a purple shoes on his back.
Sound it out. Back.
Owl's paw.
In this final segment, I respond to Leah's hesitations with questions. I try to get her to think about things other than just the letters on the page. I try to get her to use the picture. I try to prompt her to think about what the story means and what would make sense. And then also I call her attention to some phonics clues, but I'm really specific about it. I don't tell her to sound it out, and I don't tell her a single word in this segment. If you'll notice, her interaction with the text is much higher at this point, and we're working together with me providing support to get through the story. She is excited at the end when she starts to connect some dots and starts to figure out new words on her own, and she can even explain to me what she did to figure out those words. It's amazing how our response to student reading makes such a big difference.
Went far a walk. Sam was not happy.
Go back and check his name again. You
Sammy.
said Sam. Yeah, and because Sammy is a longer word, right? Oh, you found the part that says Sam. Now show me the part that says E. That Y is doing it. You are right. Good job. Keep going.
Camp. Cap.
Is what you're saying sound right? Of cap? No, it doesn't
Off?
sound quite right. Ooh, would off make sense? Look at that picture. Is something coming off? Yes. Does that word look like off? Yes, I think you're right. Keep reading. Off. What can you try?
Sounding it out.
Do you see any parts in that word you know?
No. Not really.
Well, what's that first sound? I see a letter here that can give you a clue. This last letter can give you a clue. What's the last letter?
E.
What does E do at the end sometimes?
Make the vowel say its name.
So what could that word be?
Came.
Which one?
Came.
How do you know it's came?
Because the E.
Because what's that vowel?
A.
An A. So does that sound right? Off came. Keep reading. Off came
the red scarf and the blue.
I'm watching your eyes. What's gonna help you? The picture. What's blue?
The bow.
Does that word look like bow? Yes, I think you're right. Off came the red scarf and the blue bow. That sounds better. Keep going.
Yellow hat and the orange scarf. Off came the green blanket and the purple shoes. Now Sammy is happy.
Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that look right? Show me the part in that word that says hap. Show me the part that says E. Yeah, happy. Now go to this page. You said, off came the yellow hat and the orange scarf. Put your finger under that word.
Socks!
Oh, man. How did you know it was socks and not scarf?
Because it already came off and then I saw this.
Oh, you used the picture and there's orange socks in the picture. But look at that word. How do you know it's socks and not scarf? Oh, what do you see? That first part is what?
Oh.
Socks. So it couldn't be scarf, could it?
Scarf.
High five, good reader. So, have I convinced you to stop saying sound it out and stop giving students words while they're reading? I hope so. It really is our job to help our students learn strategies that they can use when we're not there. From day one of class and from day one of having our own children, we are in the process of preparing them to make it one day when we're not there. We're preparing young readers to be able to read anything they want, anytime they want, without us there to catch them. It's hard because we're the expert and they're still learning, but our role is to provide support, is to call attention to what they're doing for them, and then affirming them for the right things they do, so that the next time they're reading, they will be more confident and more prepared to attack new and difficult words. Thanks for joining me today for this first video with my first blog post series about all the things I'm learning as a reading interventionist. I hope this has helped you, and I look forward to sharing more in the future.